Good morning. It is February 1st, 2025. Welcome to CBS Saturday Morning. Breaking overnight, hostages released. Hamas frees 3 people, including 1 Israeli American. We'll have details on their conditions and their emotional reunions.
Also breaking, a small plane crashes in northeast Philadelphia, sending a massive explosion and debris into the air. 6 people were on board. We'll have the very latest.
Black boxes recovered. The flight recorders for the plane and helicopter that collided in D.C. may soon tell us what went wrong. Plus the changes already being made in the skies over the nation's capital.
Tariff turmoil. Markets drop with the Trump administration starting today, charging a 25% tariff to our 2 biggest trade partners, Canada and Mexico. We'll have reaction from our allies and hear what China is being charged.
And Passage to History. Ahead of its opening, we'll take you inside a stunning new exhibit that recreates the Amsterdam attic where Anne Frank and her family hid from the Nazis. But first, we begin this morning with a look at today's eye-opener.
For the second time this week, we are starting with the latest on a deadly plane crash.
Plane is getting lower and lower and lower. Boom!
A medevac jet has crashed into a northeast neighborhood, killing at least 1 child and 5 other people.
Oh, God.
Hamas releasing Israeli-American Keith Siegel a short while ago. 2 other hostages were set free.
President Trump will put 25% tariffs on America's neighbors and top 2 trade partners, Canada and Mexico. Imports from China, which is number 3, will get a 10% tariff.
You don't often see this in college basketball, but there is a heck of a brawl going on in the stands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that scene played out when the Virginia Commonwealth Rams took on the St. Louis Billikens.
You could see people grabbing, shoving, holding, and tumbling.
New video shows the dangerous close call a Waste employee in Ohio had after a trash can spontaneously exploded. The city says someone illegally placed an oxygen tank inside one of those trash bins.
The quick-thinking employee grabbed a fire extinguisher and called 911 with their ears still ringing.
And people on a remote Scottish island and celebrating an old Viking fire festival.
Hundreds of Scots marched with torches.
The procession culminated in the burning of a Viking-style galley to mark the end of the Yule season and celebrate the Viking heritage in Scotland. That's the most
cool.
metal way I can think of to end Christmas.
That is so cool.
That is pretty neat.
At a children's hospital in Nebraska.
An 11-year-old girl celebrates the end of her cancer treatment.
She pied one of her nurses. Maggie Sharer came up with the sweet celebration idea. Maggie got to throw a pie at her favorite nurse, Jenny Lee. The hospital said this was a nurse who she had a very special bond with.
This morning's Eye Opener is presented by Progressive, making it easy to bundle insurance.
Ring the bell, throw the pie.
That got me. I'm a little verklempt.
We can all use a little good news like that
we sure
right
could.
now. It's been a long week. Well, welcome to the weekend, everybody. I'm Dana Jacobson, along with Michelle Miller. And this morning, we're going to take you to Brazil, where amongst the beautiful landscape, there is a prison where guards and security cameras are getting help to watch some of the most hardened criminals around. Yeah, they're getting help from geese. Those guys, geese have replaced dogs. Before you laugh about it, wait till you hear why.
Too late. Then they are blue, bold, and after 34 years, they're saying goodbye to the city that created them. We'll look back at the history of the Blue Man Group as they prepare to end a legendary New York run.
Then it's off to Miami for a look at the new Women's Basketball League holding court. Some of the top WNBA players have signed up for Unrivaled, a 3-on-3 concept. We're going to talk to the athletes and organizers to see how the play and pay is rewriting the book for women's sports.
Then it's back to the Big Apple to visit the newest hotspot with a super hot feature in the kitchen. Come along to Crane Club to meet the chef and business partner who have helped shape fine dining nationwide. Some incredible, I mean incredible food is ahead in the dish.
Then we're going to send you off on your day with a performance from one of country music's rising stars. Willow Avalon went from living in her car to having more than 30 million streams for her debut EP. She and her band will perform for you later on in our Saturday session. That and so much more is all ahead. But we have a busy morning of news to get to, starting with some breaking news overnight. The first American hostage freed in the new ceasefire deal. Keith Siegel is back on Israeli soil this morning. During a ceremony in Gaza City, the Hamas terrorist group released Siegel along with 2 other men held captive for 484 days. The hostages and missing families